So, over the years, I always lived in. I mean, most of my life, I lived in a village, or I lived in small communities. I mean, the thing is, I used to watch Red Green when I lived in where I used to live. I used to live in a community that was a population of like 1,200 people year round, and I could walk outside my house and see the Milky Way and the stars. And I was actually in the middle of the village I lived in, or the city I lived in. I was actually in the middle of the city I lived in before I moved. I could see everything from looking up. I mean, if I moved a couple feet onto the middle of the road, I could actually see the Milky Way. I had to do a street lamp though next to my house, but still, I could see the Milky Way. Earlier today, I took the train this morning. I looked up, I saw the Milky Way and the stars. And I live on the edge of the city. I live on the edge of a city, and still, after all these years, watching Ring Green for a number of years and watching Jack Horkheimer Stargazer until I moved, because since I have something like I don't have cable anymore. I have like Roku and internet now. I don't get to watch Stargazer anymore. Even when I moved to Three Rivers, I couldn't watch Red Green because my PBS affiliate I have now does not do it. So I have to watch it on YouTube. Like I already did watch it on YouTube. I used to watch all the time on YouTube because I had during Thursdays, during flood time, I had to do that. Used to be Michigan Outdoors, Red Green, Stargazer, bed. Used to be Red, or sometimes it was Red Green, sometimes it was Michigan Outdoors, Red Green, Stargazer, and then This Old House and This Old House, something like that. But since it's now off, I don't watch any of that stuff anymore. Just that Thursdays was that day because there's never a different on TV on Thursdays. Oh well, it doesn't really matter though. Still, now these days I have to watch Red Green now online because they don't show it anymore on PBS, which really sucks. Even if I had my own TV station, I would put Red Green on my own TV station. But that won't happen. I mean, Red Green's an hour show, a half-hour show. If I ran the show, if I actually could have the TV show on my channel, I would have to modify it to be an hour long. If I had the rights to the Red Green show, I would have to modify it for an hour because I want everything in there with every single scene in there. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah, but still, I still watch the Red Green show. I haven't never seen all 300 episodes. I've seen most of the series. I've seen most of the series, but yeah, and I've seen the movie a few times. So yeah. So yeah.